tubes. So my Explorer here, I went to the junkyard not too long ago, and we got a bunch of stuff for this thing. New shocks and manual hubs, and which work great, by the way. And I also got a keyless entry module, so I can use this. It was missing it. Someone took it out a long time ago, so now that I have it, my power locks and stuff work. My interior lights don't work when I open this door, but they do when I turn the switch. So, but I need to program the module. So we're unlocked here. Now, in the last few videos, I actually need to mount this in here securely, but I wanted to see if I can program it before I go ahead and do that. But in the last few videos, I've been wondering what the hell this plug is here. And as it turns out, this is the this is what you jump these two pins together, and what it does is it puts it in programming mode, and then when you press a button on one of the key fobs, it will program it. So I'm gonna set up a little jumper for this. Just be a matter of a little wire or something to stick it in there. And then what we're supposed to do is take the key and put it in the run or ACC position. I'll probably just put it in run, and then momentarily jump it, and then press one of the buttons on the fob. Okay. In the run position. Just gonna turn my headlights off. So it said momentarily jump this. After you hear the locks go off and then you press the button on the key fob, go and turn the ignition off, and what that'll do is reset everything, and then that way when it'll take it out of programming mode, and then you can use your key fob. Aha! Okay, we're unlocked. Well, that was freaking easy. So, yeah! Dude! I can't see the screen. Yeah, it worked. Look at, watch. Okay, so you lock it. The first unlock just unlocks the driver door. And then you click this, it unlocks all the doors. And then, what does it do? It turns on the interior lights. That's exciting. So that's what that plug was all about. I've been wondering about that for like the last, what, 3 or 4 videos or whatever, some of which you probably haven't even seen. That's pretty cool. That was so easy. That was like stupid. So I guess that kind of setup is not actually a factory. It's more of like a dealer kind of thing. I don't know. It's weird, but because I think the factory setup is actually is when you get the keypad, which this does not have. I wish it would. I wish that would have been standard unlimiteds, but yeah, that works. I'm really happy about that. That was so easy, so easy. All right, tubes, we're gonna finalize keyless entry deal. I'm not gonna unplug it or anything. It's already been programmed. I don't want to have it unprogrammed, but oh. Gotta unlock it first. When I was at the junkyard, I plugged this thing in just to see if it worked, and well, it does for the most part. I'm still not getting, when I open the driver's side door, as I've mentioned, the lights don't come on. However, if I open the other doors, lights come on. This lift gate does not turn the lights on for whatever reason. So I'm not sure what that is, but they do work, and I'm able to turn them on and whatnot. So it'll have to just be one of those things that we diagnose later on. I was gonna say something kind of important, but I forgot what it was. Yeah, dude, you're a crack addict. I had someone call me that. I'm like, dude, it's cold out. I have the sniffles. Fuck off. So really all we gotta do here is take this carpet and just tilt it back. I gotta take this back seat. The back seat we need to push forward. Like such. Be right back. I gotta go blow my nose. Yeah, it's still damp. And it's probably just from that side there. Probably what I might end up doing on this is actually just taking, if we can get this carpet clean, get rid of this, take this insulation and just peel it all out, and probably just lay a new thing down. And also I might actually put a sheet of plastic down or peel and seal. That way we can keep the moisture from the metal coming up, keep the moisture out, and then keep this dry, and that way we don't have this problem. Yeah, this actually should lift up out of the way. I just don't want to mess with it too much. So we've got a screw here, and then a screw here, and then there should be another one back over there. It's gonna be kind of a boring video, not gonna lie. Hey, now the interior lights are on. Look at that. All right, we're out of the way again. Kill beans. I'm gonna have to clean the headliner. Okay, we need to pop this off. Tink. I'm gonna take this broken off piece and I'm just gonna stick it right in here, and we're just gonna run this down. Okay, here we go. Sand it. There, look at that. It's factory now. Starting to look a little more promising, huh? So what I'm missing now is all the jack stuff. I found an Explorer that had the handle. I was in this. I was going to take it, but I don't really need it right yet. Nice. Very nice. That's much better. Let's make sure she starts. Just give it a little bit to charge it. I had the lights on for a little bit, so. And I have an extra set of keys so I can open it if I have to. Cool. Just gotta figure out why. Yeah, won't open with this door open, won't open with the other one, but all the other ones will work. See what we got for lights. See, they're working now. Oh, this needs to come back a little bit. This is a little. There we go. And then when the lights are on, the anti-theft light is on, but I think when I open that door, I don't get that. So there could be something wrong with that module that I got. Go figure, right? Oh. Da, 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 da. Yeah. Real quick. I just wiped it. You know, these aren't that sensitive to oil and stuff, but I would rather just not get oil up in them. Haha! Look at that. Beautiful. So in the last video, I was making a video of setting this thing up. I got a new one from the junkyard, well, a new one that's not broken. And I was able to get everything hooked up. But the only thing is it's not going all the way to hot. I think it bottoms out right about here. And I just want to make sure it's going all the way to cool. So I think what I'm going to do is heater cable back up behind here. Let's get all our tissues out. Get that out. These need to go in a safe spot. But the cable's back there, and you can pop it out of its holder and adjust it. So what I want to do is I want to get it to where it'll go all the way to cool, and you'll hear it bottom out, and then it'll just set the full travel. It should be set up like that. So I want to make sure it goes to cool all the way, because later on when we go to get the AC serviced, I want to make sure that the AC is as cold as freaking possible. Okay, and this just does that. And the heater cable, it's gonna be this black one right here. You can pop it off like that. So when I put it to hot, there, now it's going all the way to hot, and then it bottoms out. Okay, so now I got it set up when it bottoms out on cool. I can hear the door go ka-tunk. There, that's all we want right there. Yeah, perfect. That's fixed, and that's off. Max AC flips a little. See that? When you go to off, this defaults to vented air, and then you go to max AC. Okay, we're on panel right now, and that's in the vented position. We go to max AC. We're probably running low on vacuum, but it'll pull this down and it'll change it to in-cab recirculation. I don't know what that one is. That's a 921, and I'm about to look at that one too, see what it is. Got my green bulb in there, green one in there. That's probably kind of silly, but customization, right? Get that in a moment. Got a green LED in there too. That's another thing I wanted to get from the yard. This one's a little broke. You know what? No, it's in the right. Okay. How can I make that stay? Looks like I had little tits on there and it broke right off. Maybe just get some super glue and just put a bead around it. Okay. I don't know how you pop this one off. Yeah, I don't know how that one comes off, but that may also be a 921 as well. I know these were. I've replaced those. And that works now. I got all the brake lights work, all the turn signals work, headlights work. Oh yeah, I wanted to get... So this needs to come in a tiny bit, and this needs to go out a little bit. So I'm gonna guesstimate and then call it, because right now my lights are shifted off to more towards the Horde right here. So I'm gonna mess around with that, check some other things out. Oh, a little update. I never reset the battery on this one. I put the new TPS sensor in. In fact, let's go over that right now. I didn't make a video on it because it was like a 2-second job. Oh, you can't even see it. Anyways, I put a Motorcraft TPS sensor in, and I didn't reset the battery. Last night I reset the battery and I unhooked the battery to reset the computer. Took it for a drive. God, it was so gutless. I mean, even it was bad. Like, it would not do 50 miles an hour. Then after a while, it started to learn and figure itself out. And then, let's see, I went into town and went to get groceries and stuff. And wow, it had fully relearned itself with the new sensor, and it had so much more power. Now it's got, like, it'll do 65, it'll cruise at 65 no problem with hardly any throttle input. And now what it does is, you guys remember how it would stumble when I touched the gas? It'd go still got the tick. See how it stumbles? Might have a crappy TPS sensor, I don't know. Well, it doesn't do that anymore. She revs up pretty good. The computer will only let me rev to 4 grand, but when you're rolling out on the road, I got it up almost to 4,000 RPM accelerating. It was actually coming alive. And then cylinder number 2, I keep thinking it's low on compression or something, you know, thinking something's wrong with it. I unplugged this wire here, and this thing ran like absolute crap. Put it back on and it ran fine. So I'm thinking that the block of the engine is probably okay. I still feel like getting a boroscope for my camera because I want to go into each of the cylinders and see if we can get a look at what they look like. If number 2, which had that messed up spark plug, if it's good looking and not messed up, I'll feel a little bit better about rebuilding this. And you know, I may just you know, when that time comes, we'll just get a standard rebuild kit for it, and we'll, you know, it'll come with new pistons and whatnot. But just do a rebuild on it. It's gonna need a set of lifters and everything in it, so while I'm there, I'm putting a new cam in it anyway. So I think that the combination of some of the performance goodies will really liven this thing up. And also, I'm probably gonna do this soon. I'm gonna go get a new one of these. This one is pretty dirty. It's, ow, shit. It's also original. I'm actually thinking I might pop this thing out and check the base plate and make sure it's clean. Sometimes, you know, dirty ground will make a weak spark. But after cleaning the computer and everything, the only code I have now is the one it's got that EGR circuit high, and I think it's just we have a faulty feedback sensor. We have a possibly working actuator that I put in there. We have a new EGR valve. The next is to replace this and the hoses going to it, and seeing if that makes a difference. Also making sure we clear the computer. Otherwise, that's the only check engine light code that's on, is just that. Everything else has gone away. We'll just have to do it one piece at a time, and you know, eventually it'll be a really nice driving vehicle. I'm thinking, before we go, what do you say we put this thing up on ramps, we get under there and dump out the transfer case, see what the fluid looks like. Okay, found out where the drain plug is. Did I hear the right socket? Oh yeah, 13 millimeter. Gotta pull that weight out. Let's see if this can get it. So the drain plug is right back behind this weight, and then the fill plug is just up there. So we'll see if we can rattle this off. I'm going to brake torque on it. Come on. I can't really show you this. I got this wiring harness in my way. So far it doesn't look bad. Well, it wasn't black. Well, coming out of it, it's dirty. Needed to be changed, but it's not like super black. It doesn't smell awful or anything. So I'll just let it drip, and then I'll fill it back up with ATF and just like Mercon 5 or something like that. Yeah, Mercon 5. Now, all it's gonna need is you just fill it up. So obviously put your drain plug back in, and then up here you put fluid in until it starts to drip out, and then you're good. Alright, got the transfer case topped off. It only took about, I think it took a quart. But yeah, that's what it looks like. I cleaned this pan out before I did any of this. Yeah. Not really getting much out of that. But yeah, it needed to be changed. So we got fresh transmission fluid, we've got fresh transfer case fluid. Probably later down the road I'll change the diffs out. The front we're gonna have to suck out, and then the rear we'll just pop the pan off and just do it that way. This does have a limited slip, so it'll cost a little extra. We'll have to buy that tube of limited slip additive, but big deal, right? Alright, tubes. That's it for today.